Hello student, today we are going to discuss about the software development life cycle. In short, we can call as SDLC. Software development life cycle is well defined, structured sequence of stages and some activities in software engineering to develop the intended and high quality software product. We will discuss all the activities one by one. So the first activity of SDLC is communication. This is the first step where the user initiates the request for a desired software product. He contacts the service provider and tries to negotiate the terms. He submits his request to the service providing organization in writing. Then after the completion of communication phase, we move to the next phase, requirement gathering. This step onwards the software development team works to carry on the project. The team holds discussion with various stakeholders from problem domain and tries to bring out as much information as possible on their requirements. The requirements are contemplated and segregated into user requirements or system requirements and functional requirements. The requirements are collected using a number of practices. For example, studying the existing or obsolete system and software. Another is conducting interviews of user and developers, referring to the database or collecting answers from the questionnaires. Then completion of requirement gathering moves to the feasibility study. In a feasibility study activities, after requirement gathering, the team comes with a rough plan of software process. At this step, the team analyzes if a software can be made to fulfill all requirements of the user and if there is any possibility of software being no more useful. It is found out if the project is economically, behaviorally and technically feasible to the organization to take up. There are many algorithms available which help the developers to conclude the feasibility of software project. Then the completion of feasibility study, we move to the system analysis phase. At this step is to bring down whole knowledge of requirements and analysis on the desk and design the software product. The input from user and information gathered in requirement gathering phase are the inputs of this step. The output of this step comes in the form of two designs, logical designs and physical designs. For example, data flow diagrams. Engineers produce metadata and data dictionaries, logical diagrams, data flow diagrams, and in some cases pseudocodes. Then the completion of software design moves to the coding phase. This phase is also known as programming phase. The implementation of software design starts in terms of writing program code in the suitable programming language and developing error-free executable program efficiently. For example, writing code in Java, Python, C, C++, etc. etc. Then completion of coding phase moves to the testing phase. An estimate in this phase, an estimate says then 50% of whole software development process should be tested. Errors may run to the software from critical level to its own removal. Software testing is done while coding by the developers and through testing is conducted by testing experts at various levels of code such as module testing, program testing, product testing, in-house testing, black box and white box testing, the product at users end. Early discovery of errors and their remedy is the key to reliable software. The completion of testing phase moves to the integration phase. In integration phase, software may need to be integrated with the libraries, different types of libraries and databases and other programs. This stage SDLC is involved in the integration of software with outer world entities. Then when completion of integration phase moves to the implementation phase. This means installing the software on user machines, deliver product to the user or customer. At the time, software needs post-installation configuration at user end. Software is tested for portability and adaptability and integration related issues are solved during implementation. Then the completion of implementation moves to the operation and maintenance phase. So this phase confirms the software operation in terms of more efficiency and less errors. If required, the user are trained on or added with the documentation on how to operate the software and how to keep the software operational. The software is maintained timely by updating the code according to the changes taking place in user end environment or technology. This phase may face challenges from hidden bugs and real world unidentified problems. After completion of operation and maintenance phase moves to the last phase of SDLC's disposition phase. As time elapses, the software may decline or the performance front. It may go completely obsolete or may need intense upgradation. Hence, the pressing need to eliminate a major portion of the system arises. This phase includes archiving data and required software components, closing down the system or planning disposition activities and terminating system at appropriate end of system time. So these are all phases should follow to deliver intended high quality software. Tomorrow we will discuss and see different types of models used in software development life cycle.